Well, here we are back in the shop doing some building, doing some repairing. And as you can see, I have my front body module off. Currently I decided to fix that front deep black cover, and then here's my stitch job to kind of piece back everything that I broke. I should have a rivet there, but you know, there's nothing, no material to rivet to, so zip ties. But the old one I actually did just break in half, so I figured since I had to have my body module off to install all the other components that I am, might as well just swap this. But yeah, don't need these anymore. But what we're working on here now, we got a front wraparound bumper, the aluminum plate that goes with it, trail braking kit. All that will get put on after the skid plate here. So there's the hardware. Whoa. Here is that UHMW skid plate we'll be putting on. Gonna have to do some riveting, gonna have to do some drilling. The other thing I wanted to mention is, yes, if I was on the road system, I could absolutely take this into a store, have them rip this apart, throw these things on, all that stuff, right? Drop it off at the dealer, pay the cost, yeah, have them do the work. Things that I've broken in the past would be covered under warranty. Yes, I could have it fixed at the dealership, but I am 300 miles from the closest dealership. For my machine to make it to Fairbanks, that is a hefty bill. A lot of times it's just not even worth it. It would take at least probably 3 weeks between air travel, into town, pick up, repair, drop back off at the freight airport, fly back into town, pay the airway bill. This in and out of town would probably cost $1,800 to $2,000. So I can spend a lot of time myself learning things and working on things for that price tag alone, before even paying any dealership cost. So would it be easier to drop this off, write a check, and have somebody slap it on for you that really knows what they're doing? Absolutely. Am I willing to figure it out myself and put it on, save a bunch of money, and not lose my machine for multiple weeks during prime riding? Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. Just another thing you got to deal with out here off the road system, in a much more remote setting. Starting to get hardware laid out. I'm not doing this blind. I was able to go and find BRP directions for everything. So the lightweight aluminum protector there, skid plate and hardware, everything's here. Skid plate pieces all laid out. I gotta make some cuts here. Working back to the trail breaker, bumper, front receiver, and then finally the full wraparound bumper. So I have instructions for everything, and I am actually following them. I'm matching hardware, doing everything as accurate as I can. I'm just slowly working through it. No issues yet, but we're about to start drilling holes for our skid plate in these pre-marked locations here. So time to get down to business. Ah yes, nothing quite as exhilarating as drilling out rivets that are pretty much directly butted up to your engine block. There you have it. One fully installed UHMW skid plate. Follow the directions, all the rivets. Had to get under the rad, had to pull the muffler, drilled bunches of holes, but she turned out pretty good. All the way back through the step. Oh yeah. Lots of bulkhead protection inside of the A-arms. Much more float. Yep. That is awesome. On to the next. The wraparound bumper. Same thing but different. Making sure it's all here. Everything checks out. Got a pretty good idea of it in my head. Should not take long just to throw it together. It really isn't often that things go so smooth for me, but punching out these rivets to drill in the mounting holes. Oh, if I can get this punch out. It actually went smoother than I expected. She is complete. We were able to get our full wraparound bumper put on. Comes with this aluminum skid plate as well as the UHMW skid plate. It goes back and even protects our brake and our clutch and all that good stuff. So quite a bit of work, nothing too bad. Keep track of the hardware, take your time. It all worked out well. I also replaced my hood, so I got that in there. Did the best stitch job I could, and we'll make it work. But chose not to put the full trail breaker receiver hitch on. I just don't need all that iron up front. I still don't have a winch. I don't have any reason to have to put anything in a receiver hitch on the front of this machine, so I did not want all that extra big, bulky, nasty looking bumper up front. So she is practically good as new, maybe even better now. Time to go put her to work getting some burbot.